Right, folks, welcome back to the Boys in Green YouTube channel. It's time for the Dundee preview, and before we start, if you could like, subscribe, and also if you want, you can follow us on X at Boys in Green YT. As I said there, it's time for the Dundee preview. Celtic obviously come back off the back of that 3-1 victory at Fir Park on Sunday, and looking to get another 3 points tomorrow night at Celtic Park. Quite want to briefly just speak about that game on Sunday. Obviously, we covered a lot of it in the post match reaction, which I'll link above. Um, good. It was good to obviously get 3 points, a crucial 3 points, and two good goals from Adamida coming off the bench, and obviously a goal at the end from Luis Palma. But it was a massive last minute, last gasp winner for Celtic. I think if we drop points there, I think for Park it would have been a very difficult route back into the title race for us, and but we done it, and we get 3 points, and we kept going to the end. To be fair to the team, and got 3 points, but obviously we get come into the game tomorrow. Dundee obviously got to be a difficult side. They've had a decent season under Tony Docherty. They cut out sixth in the league. Just below St Mirren and just above Hibernian. So they've had a decent enough season. Celtic obviously played them on Boxing Day, and they won 3-0 thanks to goals from Paulo Bernardo and Mikey Johnson, a double from the Scottish winger. Aye, I was kind of looking. I've been looking at Dundee's away form as well. Not really that great away form. Only picking 14 points up out this season so far out of 14 games in their away fixtures so far. They're only having 3 wins away from home. So this is a game Celtic should be winning. Um, should be winning pretty comfortably, but we know that's just not been the case this season when it comes to Celtic. But I'd like to see a comfortable performance and just keep focusing on ourselves, because that is the only thing that we can do at this time. Um, yes, we're not top of the league anymore, and that's probably, you know, we've dropped points at certain points in the season where we probably shouldn't have dropped points, but you can't go back now. You can't, say what if. We're in this situation, and the main thing now is there's 11 more cup finals left for us to play, and that's the way I kind of look at it. We need to win every single one of them, and if we do that, we'll obviously be champions towards the end of the season. I just want to kind of talk about Brendan Rodgers' press conference today. Obviously, it's held at Celtic Park with for the media. It was very dominated by one question. I don't think you'd need much guess to know what question it was. Obviously, Rodgers has come under a bit of scrutiny over the last since the Motherwell game about obviously his BBC Radio Scotland interview where he walked out on Jane Lewis after he asked a question, and Brendan says, "I think you know the answer," and then he says the words "good girl," which basically, a lot of people didn't like. I've not really commented on it because I don't see the need to comment on it. But obviously, he was asked about that today, and his response was, find it saddening as much as anything, because I'm not that type of person." Rogers basically said, they didn't mean to cause offence. Pretty much that's what I took from it. I don't think there was any offence caused. I think him and Jane Lewis have sorted it out. I think they two personally have sorted it out. So I think it was kind of, it was made out to be something that really wasn't, in my opinion. But it was obviously good to just get that sorted and get it, pretty much done and dusted, really. As for the game, he was asked about Cameron Carter Vickers. He says Cameron Carter Vickers ready to go if we need him, but we want to try and ease him back into first team action. Obviously, we've seen him at half time, or like in the second half, sorry, against Motherwell. And for me, I just looked, he shored up that back four and made it a lot more comfortable. Just for me, that's what part of the reason why Celtic were allowed to be a lot more forward thinking in that second half. So I think it's an interesting game for Celtic. And it's a game that Celtic have to win and they need to be winning. They should be winning it. Obviously, Naroki now is out injured. Rogers also spoken about it in his press conference. He was asked about it, and he said that Naroki was out injured. So, aye, I think that kind of would suggest to me that Cameron Carter Vickers will be back in there. But we're going to team selection in a minute. But aye, I think it's a game that Celtic need to win and comfortably. Rangers play Kilmarnock at the same time as well, so we need to just focus on ourselves and hope the results elsewhere, benefit us. But as for team news, I'm going to go with a 4-3-3. I don't think we'll go with the 4-4-2 or whatever he was playing, or the 3-5-2, because I just felt it left us quite light in the midfield personally. So I think he will go with a 4-3-3. Do I think that's worked either? Probably not, but I'd say it's a bit more. There's more in the midfield that you can do with the 4-3-3. I'm going to go with Joe Hart in goal. I thought he was really good as well. He made that save from young Lennon Muller, 1-1-1. So that was an important save at the time. I thought he's been really good since obviously turn of the year. We've spoke about that. Right back, Alistair Johnston, thought he was better in the second half as well. He looked a lot like his older self in the second half. His crossing was pretty decent. I thought he was okay. I seen some people giving him a bit of um, criticism and stuff, but I thought he was okay. Centre halves, I'm going to go with Cameron Carter because I just don't see Stephen Welsh. I wouldn't be surprised, but I would rather see Cameron Carter Vickers in there alongside Liam Scales. As I said, he just makes it look a lot more. We look a lot more comfortable with him in the team. And me personally, I feel a lot real reassured when he's in the team as well. So I would say Cameron Carter Vickers goes in there alongside Liam Scales. As for left back, I'm going to go with Greg Taylor, another one who I thought had a better game in the second half on Sunday. His cross for Adamida, his first goal was quite good, and I thought overall it looked okay. The midfield three, I'm going to go with Callum McGregor and Mario, who picked himself. But I'm also going to go with Timoki Awasa. I thought he came on Sunday. He was starting Sunday, and he was very. I thought it was good to allow Callum McGregor to go up into more of that advanced role, which a lot of fans have been calling out for. And I allowed him to do that. I thought it was quite good, Awasa. Um, and obviously was brought off, and a lot of fans weren't very happy about that as well. Rogers actually addressed that in his conference as well. Basically, was a bit bemused, but I could understand why. I think Awasa was playing pretty well, and that's obviously the first time we've seen him since he scored at Tynecastle. So, I would like to see Awata back in there. I think most fans would as well. Um, the attacking front three, I'm going to go with Dyson Maida. He never really done much, but most wingers. And Sunday, I think the wingers are a massive problem for Celtic at the moment. And one of the main issues that we find at the moment is just, the wingers aren't doing enough. They're cutting inside a lot, and they're not really offering too much. Adam Mead, I think, will stay up top. I think it's time for him. It's now time for him to try and stake a claim in his team. He's come up with two crucial goals. On Sunday, we also come up against the two crucial penalties against Hibs. So I think personally, it's time for him to make a claim in this team, and I would like him to do that. Yang, I think, will also start on the right hand side. I thought when he came on, he was direct. Maybe he isn't the most complete player at the moment, but he done something that most all the wingers haven't really done all season. Is actually run at a man and take him on. I thought he was really positive when he came on. Compared to Nicholas Kuhn, who just didn't look like he couldn't be bothered. But um, it's a bit concerning how we spent over £4 million on a guy, and I don't want to be too critical too early, but the two games he's played in full, he's not looked that great. But I think that's going to be the team. I think that'll be the team we go for. Hopefully, I think players like Yang, Ida, um, and a water they deserve to stay in the team. So, I think that will be the team. As for my score prediction, I'm going to go 2-0 Celtic, hopefully for a comfortable win and 3 points, and we just keep kind of going and keep winning games. But that's going to be it for the Dundee preview. We'll be back tomorrow evening after the game for post match reaction. Until then, see you later. Hail, hail.